morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is Monday, March the 3rd, 8:01 in the AM, and we are tracking our next storm system moving into Central Florida. And while we are looking good right now, lots of beautiful sunshine, we're already calling for impact weather looking ahead to Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. Storm system is moving in, and there is the threat for isolated strong storms, gusty winds, even the potential of a tornado. So here we are, looking good today. Into tomorrow, even today, really. Could see a coastal sprinkle or so tomorrow for sure. But there's that cold front moving in. That's our next big weather maker, right? Wednesday morning will be fine. Warm winds bring up those temperatures. But notice by 3 p.m., cold front is entering. Showers and thunder showers moving through. And then as it clears out, the temperatures will drop. And as of right now, and we'll talk more about this certainly, but as of right now, we're under a level 1 out of 5 risk for isolated strong to severe storms. It means out of everything that moves through, and again, we'll look at the model data and all that. Out of everything that moves through, may get one or two that try to pop a little extra. So there you go. All right. So let's take a look then, shall we? Central Florida's certified most accurate 7-day forecast, setting the tone of the forecast week, right? We are looking good today at 74 degrees, partly cloudy skies. It was a nice, cool start to the day, but of course, into the afternoon will warm up nicely. For tomorrow, 76. For today, like a 10% or less chance of rain, maybe a coastal sprinkle. For tomorrow, a couple of showers. There's that 20% chance of rain. And then, yes, Wednesday is going to be the next thing. On Wednesday, that's when we've got impact weather highlighted by the exclamation point icon. And of course, there's your sign, 60% coverage of showers and thunder showers. 83 degrees, so it'll be nice and warm. Notice though, Thursday. Y'all see that? That Thursday's a drop off. Winter not letting go completely just yet. We've still got some taste of it, right? So be ready for that. And then, of course, starting to warm up again Friday, Saturday, and even into Sunday. So let's do this. Let's just, before we get any deeper in things, let me just stop that. Give me 2 seconds. Let's take a look at our Tower Cam network, shall we? A live look around Central Florida, including current temperatures. On the top left, we've got Ocala, gorgeous, high, thin clouds. 49 degrees. That's sweatshirt weather for sure. I've got my long sleeves on myself, so I know I'm not going to be the only one. Excuse me, top right. New Smyrna Beach looking really nice. Little kind of sea spray, if you will, right? Orlando, clear skies, 55. And Port Canaveral, it's 64 degrees. So we're definitely looking nice. It's going to be an absolutely beautiful morning. First warning live Doppler radar. No surprise here. Only thing I'm tracking is the ground clutter, right? All right. Moving on. Temperatures 40s, 50s, even in Brevard County, the 60s. Forecast today brings us to 68, 11 o'clock, 72, 1 p.m., and 74 degrees. Our high temperature under partly cloudy skies. So we're looking good. Now, Futurecast was, at least on the wide shot, trying to show a sprinkle or two popping in. So let's do this. Let's look at Futurecast together through the next couple of days here, okay? For today, watch that East Coast. You see some of those green dots. Our higher resolution Futurecast says it might, into tonight particularly, might get a sprinkle or two, not a big concern. Tomorrow, there's your 20% chance of rain, right? Coastal showers, some of which through the day may try to sneak inland. And then Wednesday, there's that line of storms, right? 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning approaching us. Now, it's important to note that as it approaches us, it should lose some of its kick. So you'll notice here, 12:30, 1 o'clock, you can kind of see the orange is becoming less vibrant, right? Futurecast is kind of fading a good part of it out. Let's look at the high resolution rapid refresh model, also known as the HER. Let me dial that up for us. Bup, 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 bup. All right. Perfect. All right. Here's the HER model. Going, maybe a coastal shower today. Nothing crazy. There's tomorrow's coastal showers. And does the her go out far enough? It does not. Of course, it doesn't. But you can see tomorrow night some of those showers out west. Last but not least, let's look at Beta Futurecast. Do you go far enough out? Probably not. Okay. All right. So kind of do. All right. So there's 115. There's the rains approaching. Beta Futurecast is keeping it together a little bit more than some of the other products, but still, through the afternoon, bringing those showers, some of those thunder showers, but clearly gradually fading it out as it works south of Orlando. So I think at the moment with the Storm Prediction Center's call of kind of I-4 and north, I think that's probably the right call. So for now, again, impact weather for us on Wednesday afternoon. Okay. Jennifer says, I'm so glad it seems to be moving faster than earlier predictions. I have Zach Top tickets. Wednesday in Jacksonville. Super excited. No idea who that is, but that sounds like fun. Yeah, that sounds like a good time. Now, beyond that, we've got some chill. So let's look at Thursday's forecast, okay? First off, Thursday morning isn't frigid. It's Thursday afternoon into Friday morning that'll really be the turn. So let's look at Thursday afternoon together, okay? Remembering that our average high is 77 and our average low is 54. So hi Stella. Hi Stella, come here. So this is clearly below average for that. 66 Thursday afternoon in Orlando, 62 in Palm Coast, 66 degrees Daytona Beach, and about 70, 71 degrees for Grant, Valcaria, back over to Palm Bay and Mico. So really Thursday afternoon looking great. Friday morning. Let's look at Friday morning. Yeah, not freezing, but nice and cool. 41, my favorite number in Ocala. Uh, it's not freezing, but it's chilly. 46 degrees in Leesburg, 46 in Orlando, 48 in Kissimmee, and into the 40s and 50s back over to the shoreline. So definitely, yeah. Diane says, I'm okay with below average for a bit longer. Good, because that's definitely where we're headed late this week. And then by Saturday, another nice warm day. Sunday, another opportunity for rains to be moving in as another storm system, another front moves our direction. So we're there. We're starting to see fewer and fewer storms, fewer and fewer cold fronts, starting to see more of those upper 70s, lower 80s forecasts. Yeah. So we're starting to make that transition into spring. And of course, you know as well as I know that spring means springing forward. I'm going to just get this out of the way. Spring forward this upcoming weekend. Yep. Jonathan says, I'm moving to Ocala on Monday the 10th, and the only day. Huh, I'm not looking forward to the cold temperatures. And the only thing I'm not looking forward to are the colder temperatures up there, I think is what you meant to say. But yeah, I get that. It's chillier up there for sure. Ah, I see you corrected yourself, Jonathan. Thank you. Yeah. When are the allergens going away? When we start to get those storms in the summertime pattern. Until then, we're kind of in the pollen pattern. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So anyway, just wanted to make sure everybody knew spring forward. But just making sure. Everything is proceeding as I've foreseen. Yeah, yeah, exactly right, Matt. Yeah, the groundhog. Do it. Mother Nature. That's a Star Wars reference also. All right. As long as we haven't started seeing hurricanes yet. No, but this is going to be the month that we're going to start to see those temperatures climbing. Janice says today would be a good day to fly. It would be a good day to fly, but we're getting some avionics work done. I'll show you the panel of my airplane right now. Poor thing. I sent this to my buddy Stefan Holt, and he's like, looks pretty good. Sent it to my buddy JP Dice. He's like, looks airworthy to me. Yeah, that's the condition of the airplane right now. All the cords, everything's pulled out, getting some work done. So no flying for me today. Terry says not excited about the time. Yeah, not excited about the time. I'm not either. At least I don't have to work the morning show that day. So for me, on a selfish level, at least I don't have to wake up at 2:30. The spring forward with kids is friggin' brutal, man. They got to stop with this. I don't disagree with you. I mean, I battled my children this morning in a way that, like, not even children. It was the one. It was my oldest. Mm, man, he beat me up. That boy beat me up. Frank, there was you ever see those HGTV shows where they're like, "Hey, so we need to talk about this." And then it ends up being more? Yeah, that happened. Hopefully that's it. Sonia says I'm late this morning. That's okay. That's okay. We're just tracking a beautiful Monday, a beautiful Tuesday, and then some storms Wednesday afternoon. But, we got a lot of events going on in Central Florida this week. For example, um, Thursday, first round of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. And that first round is looking great. I wish that I could say that it was going to be perfect for the Pro Am. The Pro Am being on Wednesday does run gusty winds until those showers and storms arrive. But that first day is looking fantastic. And frankly, looking beyond that, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, perfect. Sunday, that final round of the API may not be perfect. So we'll have to dial that down and see exactly how that plays out. Yeah. What will the loss of the NOAA employees have? Well, odd way to ask that question. At the moment, at the moment we just have to see how it shakes out, right? Like this is not a political discussion, but I know, for example, one person that was laid off is very, very, very integral part of the Hurricane HAFS-A and HAFS-B models. As I recall, he developed them. And so we clearly won't be pushing those models forward. So, in asking what the effects are, I don't know right now. And again, we never get political on Coffee Talk. So I don't want to open that discourse. But, we don't know yet. For now, I know that I've got friends and colleagues at the National Weather Service offices, and they are. I know that they're understaffed, probably going to stay that way. And I know that they work very very hard for your safety and mine. And to give you an idea of the way that I appreciate them, I'm working hard with the company that built our radar because I want to get them our radar to be able to use to issue watches and warnings. I can send them an image all the time. I want them to have actual direct access to our live radar. And I say this because they truly are our partners. So as I understand it, they are knock on wood, our local National Weather Service offices have not been touched, as I understand it, at the moment directly with staffing. But they work overtime. They work very, very hard, and they do very important work. So I just hope that they continue to um, work very, very hard and do not have any direct impacts. But again, I'm not talking politically, and I don't want anybody to take it that way. I don't want anybody to take it that way, right? But this is it was a question asked, and I want to make sure to discuss that. You know, Betty says I heard the hurricane hunters got hit. I have not. I don't know. Um, Obviously, it's very very important work, and so there's always going to be a concern about their mission being able to fulfill it, right? So yeah, I don't know. We'll I will tell you this, we will continue to work very very closely with our National Weather Service and National Hurricane Center partners. Truth be told, I haven't talked to anybody at the Hurricane Center. I've talked to a friend who's retired from the Hurricane Center, but haven't talked to anybody at the Hurricane Center this year. So when I see them, I'm going to be in New Orleans at the National Hurricane Conference in April, and then the Governor's Hurricane Conference in May. So I'll be chatting with those folks, and so yeah, we'll have a discussion. And if they say something off the record, then it's off the record. If they say something on the record, then it's on the record. I'm not that gotcha guy, and I always make sure that, like, if I'm talking, people that know me, right? But like somebody with the weather service, if they want to say something on the record, we'll talk. Everything else we talk about is off the record. And if there's something that they say where I'm like, oh, that's interesting, can I do a report on that? If they say no, I'm going to respect that, So, but I would just say, it's early, so I don't know anything. But my biggest thing is I just want to make sure everybody knows this is nothing to do with politics. Like I do not want to touch that with a 20-foot pole. Betty says it's funny how I've learned to depend on the hurricane hunters for detailed information. I mean, there are eyes and ears when these storms are out in the water, right? It's just the way it is. Oliver says, I'm going to take over the hurricane hunter flights. I don't know about that. I don't know. I have no idea. That's a little out of my range. Can't listen to all this nonsense about who was fired and who's not sometimes being put out there for. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I am going to only ever stick with empirical data. I'm only going to stick with information I know from people that I know. So we know what we know. We don't what we don't. It's so hard to stay off politics when it's so close to home. I respect your thoughts on it. Thank you. Hey, we'll talk about always data driven here, right? Like we can have some personality, but data driven only. So that's all. That's all I can say. Wendy says, got notice on Facebook this morning that all live videos over 30 days will be deleted. I guess we might need to go back and steal like the first coffee talk video or something for posterity purposes with all 7 people that were watching that day. Kind of funny when you think about it, right? Like it used to be. I remember when it was normal weather, we'd have like 10 people watching coffee talk. And then when big weather would happen, we'd have 100 people watching Coffee Talk. And I mean, I'm not, this is not a pat on my back whatsoever. I'm just like, we have grown our little friendship group here. I mean, it's quiet as can be right now, and there's about 500 people across our various platforms. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. So, I thank you. This is not a pat. I'm not doing anything special here. I'm just sitting here sipping coffee, having a conversation. It's up to y'all to hang out, and I appreciate that more than you know. Yeah, Tiffany, we need merch. I need to have those conversations with the bosses again. Frank says I was one of those 10. Yeah. Well, Frank, so do you want to be our official coffee talk historian and go back up the early coffee talks? If you repost the videos you want to preserve, they will be current and not over 30 days. I if somebody wants to go find like the early coffee talk and send it to me, I'll repost it as a like a joking thing. Like, hey, look at the difference. So I don't know. Amanda, I was in that group. You've been saying you need to have that conversation with the bosses for like a solid year or two. I know, but the bosses are doing like actual very important things. And I've mentioned it, and then it keeps getting lost in translation. And so I'll mention it again. I'll mention it again. As we get closer to hurricane season, I'll mention it again. And what I'll do is here's how I'll pitch it. I'll say, listen, let's come up with something and have it on the back burner. That way, um, when somebody gets hit with a hurricane, we can sell stuff and have 1,000% of it, just every penny. Look, I'm employed by Wesh. I'm not. Money's good, right? But we could all use a little help. But I'm grateful to have a job. I'm grateful to be employed with a good company, and so 100% going to the American Red Cross, an organization that I feel so close to. So, and maybe we can do something like that. Taylor, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Listen, I know. We need shirts and mugs and things. I will talk to the boss and set it up as a preemptive money to the American Red Cross getting ready for hurricane season or something like that. All right? I need to do that. I need to do that. Lori was there. Janice, I'm a dinosaur in this group too, following coffee talk. I thank you all so much. Can Wesh archive the previous hurricane forecast from Coffee Talk where you get into detail on certain weather phenomena on the Wesh website? I mean, those things are on the Wesh website, but yeah, I don't know. We don't. I mean, I've got the graphics. Do I need to archive the video? I don't know. I think it's fantastic. Love help wants to say we all need a little help, right? Through our lives. A hat and a logo be the sunshine of someone else's. Yeah, there you go. Enjoy sipping coffee with you all outside by the fire. Oh, Kara, that sounds so nice. I have Adirondacks in the backyard, but I haven't gotten a fire pit. My old one just fell apart. I haven't replaced it. I have to get one day when my kids can tolerate sitting outside by a fire pit. Yeah. Oh well, we'll get there. But I like the idea of putting something together. Is it an Etsy shop? I don't know. I'm putting something together because we've got a coffee. We have a Coffee Talk logo. Some of you may know this. I've used it from time to time. Hold on, I'll find it. Give it a second. Here's the coffee. Did you know we have a Coffee Talk logo? I mean, I didn't make it, but I kind of love it. Look at the little thermometers and the little clouds and the sunshine. Look at how in the foam there's a talk bubble. Like how great is that? I didn't make the logo. I'll tell you, it was built by our graphics department at the station, but I kind of love it. Coffee Talk with the little talk bubble in the coffee. Come on, that's adorable. That would be fun. Even if it's on a little t-shirt or something. Just and then you could go like the Dave Matthews talk about the weather. David, I didn't know that. Cool. It's pretty neat, right? I like it. Friday and Saturday night look a little chilly. Yeah, Friday. So that's Friday morning is going to be a little chilly, and then Saturday morning is going to be a little chilly. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I need a t-shirt now. I need to talk to the boss. I just need to talk to the boss. That's all. I just need to talk to the boss. Annette says, need temps at night not to get below 65 so I can put some plants outside. We're not quite there. Give it another couple weeks, Annette. We're almost there. We're almost there. Not quite, but we're almost there. Let me know if you ever want to set up a coffee talk meetup where we can all get together and sit by a fire. Have a great. Oh, that sounds fun, Steph. Cindy, this is how you can tell that there are nerds among us. No offense, Cindy. Cindy says, last night I dreamed that Wesh launched the new graphics package. No joke. And he hints on when that dream may be a reality. I've still got tweaks that I'm working. Um, so I don't know. I'll tell you, like just to give you an idea of how detailed the color of this is being literally heightened, not heightened, criticized, and not in a bad way, but like we're tweaking like very, 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 very subtle things. So yeah, um, yeah, I could go for a tie and matching sock. Oh my gosh, Coffee Talk sock. It's the Coffee Talk socks. Would love to know if this weekend is going to be good for the beach for my birthday. I mean, Saturday looks pretty nice and warm after a cool start. You know, when is share your Christmas? I want to ask for that day off. Oy vey. Why do I want to say it's December 12th? Um, Save the dates. Okay, I'm looking it up for you. If you have a good copy of the logo, I bet we can individually order one and print it ourselves. You could probably. I have a good copy of the logo, absolutely. Come on. It's because Outlook seems to be down. I want to say that it's February or it's December 12th. Yeah, February. Maybe it is December 12th. December 12th, I think, is a Friday. Yeah, December 12th is Share Your Christmas. So there you go. That's also payday. Have that in my calendar as well. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. It's not an M or an N. No, it's Barb. It's S. So funny. I think the Impact Day icon should be red alert icon from yeah with the we're working on colors right now. That's all. That's all. Just hope hurricane season is late this year. The dunes on A1A by Ormond by the Sea currently a nightmare. I'm just hoping that it's not. It's not. Hoping that it's not a bad year. Debbie, yes, my initials are ESB. Is that okay? Are you going to judge me? Oh, now are you going to start a conversation? We're trying to figure out the middle name. It's very very unimpressive. My middle name, like I don't know where my parents came up with it. Can't ask mom. Dad probably be like, "Well, bud, I don't remember. I don't really remember why. It's been 40 something years now." Thanks, Dad. It's not Yukon and Jesse both with Steven. It's not Steven. It's Sassafras. It's not Sassafras. Yukon Sven. Eric Svenberg. No. Samuel. Had enough of these. No. Oh, did we get off the tracks today or did we get off the tracks today? Robin, can you explain what a bomb cyclone is? I keep hearing that term. So up north, the bomb cyclone is basically just an area of low pressure that rapidly intensifies. It's just a name. That's all it is. Stanley, no. Stella, that's funny. Saul, oh my God, wouldn't that be fun? Eric Saulber, it's not. Oliver says Scott. Larissa says Scott. It's Scott. Yeah, Scott is Scott. Danger is my middle name. No, Scott is my middle name. Ah, it's Scott, Sandy. Yep. It's sunshine. Ah, Pat, it's sunshine. I love that. It just has that ring. It just has that ring to it. Is that what my parents were doing in the early 80s? Scott. That's right, Debbie. Eric Scott. Listen, that's Janice. So that's okay. That's what my wife says to me when she's yelling at me because our eldest son is named Eric, but not Scott. His middle name is different. So Lauren says Susudio. What's the funniest part, Lauren, is my fraternity name back at UCF was Susudio. That was actually I've got it on the back of my fraternity jersey. So that's funnier than you know. Linda says Scott was very popular name in the 80s. My daughters had so many friends with that name. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Eric Scott Burt. That's it. Anna, you got it. That's it, Mario. Now you can steal my identity. Joe says all this hype over Scott. I know. I know. I told you. I told you it was unimpressive. I didn't hide that fact. I said literally I have a very unimpressive middle name. That's all. Okay, see? Oh, that's so funny. That's funny, Yukon. You know you're in trouble when the middle name comes out. Or just in my house, it's just if she's talking to me instead of the kid. Eric Soul Ruler or Sorry, I opened a can of worms. This is my husband's name, Scott. Nothing wrong with it, but like when everybody started asking me for my name, I'm like, it's not like it's a fun middle name. It's a name. It's a name. Nothing wrong with it. Ah, that's funny, Leslie. That's funny. Yeah. Ay vey. All right. Any other questions, comments, concerns? My plan is I'm going to spend some of the day with the old man today. Maybe I'll ask him today like, "Dad, what were you thinking?" Matt says so we have the same. Oh, that's funny. I could see that working with your name, Matt. I can see that. Lots of T's. Matt Scott. Ah, good times. Good times. All right. Any other questions, comments, concerns? I got dishes to do. I got laundry to do. MSG and the joke. Oh, buddy. I'm sorry. Yeah, Eduardo, Starship Flight 8 today. That'll be super cool. So what time are we expecting the rain on Wednesday? Afternoon, evening, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something in there. Diane says it's hysterical that we have spent more time discussing your middle name than weather, but ultimately look, we're having fun. We're having fun, right? We spent the first half of Coffee Talk today talking about the weather, and then we skewed a bit. Oh well. All right. That's all I got. Listen, be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you all for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I'm going to go start to do some laundry and dishes. I'll see you tomorrow.